Oscar winners, TV stars, and a 90s-era blonde bombshell. They've all been successful enough to be recognized everywhere they go, but even famous people can have money problems. According to some estimates, Pamela Anderson may be sitting atop a multi-million-dollar fortune, but the former Baywatch star offered a far different characterization in her 2023 Netflix documentary series Pamela: A Love Story. In that documentary, her son Brandon Lee stated that his mother has been in debt for most of her life. The film's director Ryan White told Yahoo Entertainment, "She was the most famous woman in the world of the most famous show in the world, and she doesn't have a nest egg from Baywatch to rely upon." According to movie producer John Peters, during his brief 12-day marriage to Anderson, he covered her debts. He wrote in an email to Page Six, "She had almost $200,000 in bills and no way to pay it, so I paid it."
You're not good with money, are you?
I'm not good with money.
There was a time in the 1980s and 90s when Val Kilmer was among Hollywood's hottest A-listers.
You can be my wingman anytime.
However, his 1996 divorce from Joanne Whalley was followed by a career downturn during the 2000s. When he and Whalley split, Kilmer agreed to pay her $27,500 per month in child support, a sum that became difficult as his acting paychecks grew smaller and fewer. Whalley eventually got a lien on Kilmer's New Mexico ranch in 2007, when he'd fallen significantly behind on payments. Kilmer ultimately rectified the situation. Meanwhile, Kilmer experienced recurring issues with back taxes. The IRS took out a lien on his ranch in 2009 for more than $500,000 in unpaid taxes. After he'd settled that in 2010, he was then hit with another lien for $500,000. The following year, he hired a financial consulting firm to help him dig out of his quagmire, which then sued him for an unpaid bill of more than $128,000. Kilmer's struggles reached a whole other level in 2017 when he announced he'd been diagnosed with throat cancer. In 2011, Kilmer sold the bulk of his massive New Mexico property for $18.5 million. Kevin Spacey was one of Hollywood's most acclaimed actors, winning 2 Oscars and rave reviews for his performance as devious politician Frank Underwood in Netflix's House of Cards. In 2017, however, it all came crashing down when an avalanche of sexual misconduct allegations slammed the brakes on Spacey's career. Not only was he fired from House of Cards, the actor was deemed so toxic that scenes he'd shot for Ridley Scott's film All the Money in the World were reshot with another actor, screen icon Christopher Plummer. By 2024, Spacey had been spending more time in courtrooms and sound stages, which had depleted his fortune to the point that a bank foreclosed on his luxurious Baltimore condo. During an appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored, Spacey admitted that he'd come close to filing for bankruptcy, but had thus far managed to stave it off.
How much money do you have? None.
The actor then revealed to Morgan that he still owed millions in unpaid legal bills. Spacey never actually divulged the precise amount that he owed, but some reports indicate he may be as much as $2 million in debt. Among Nickelodeon's hottest stars, Drake and Josh actor Drake Bell seemingly had a bright future awaiting after his initial burst of teen stardom. However, after the end of Drake and Josh in 2007, that promising career proved to be elusive, and by 2014, things had gone so wrong for Bell that he declared bankruptcy. According to People, he had amassed more than $1.5 million in debt. In the years that followed, Bell pursued a career in music. He put out a few albums over the years, including 2024's Non-Stop Flight. Hand in hand with those albums, however, came plenty of controversy, including a brief jail sentence for DUI, an ex's allegations of abuse, and an arrest on charges of child endangerment over some inappropriate texts with a minor. In 2024, Bell appeared in the blockbuster documentary series Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV, revealing he was sexually abused by acting coach Brian Peck as a teen Nickelodeon star.
Brian had been convicted, but getting all of this support from a lot of people in the industry, and
he rebranded himself as a Latin artist, enjoying modest success in Mexico after renaming himself Drake Campana and releasing a Spanish-language album. As of late 2024, Bell is worth an estimated $600,000. One of the most popular child stars of the 1970s, Melissa Gilbert enjoyed TV stardom during her 9-season run on the successful TV hit Little House on the Prairie. She ultimately went on to become president of the Screen Actors Guild, serving in that role from 2001 until 2005. After her 2011 divorce from fellow actor Bruce Boxleitner, she remarried, tying the knot with former 30-something star Timothy Busfield in 2013. During that time, her acting career had hit a dry spell, leading the couple to move from California to Michigan. In 2015, USA Today reported that she owed the IRS $360,000 in unpaid taxes. Gilbert said in a statement to E! News, "Like so many people across the nation, the recession hit me hard. That, plus a divorce and a dearth of acting opportunities the last few years, created a perfect storm of financial difficulty for me." Interviewed by Next Avenue in 2022, Gilbert admitted she and Busfield now live far more frugally than she ever had before, adding, "I have learned to be very mindful of my expenses." As a daughter of legendary TV producer Aaron Spelling, money was never an issue for Tori Spelling. The prototypical Nepo baby, Spelling catapulted to stardom when she was cast in her dad's hit series Beverly Hills 90210. However, Spelling has been plagued with financial problems ever since. In 2016, she and her then-husband Dean McDermott reportedly owed more than $250,000 in back taxes. And that same year, she was sued by American Express over an unpaid credit card balance of nearly $90,000.
Tori Spelling did go from quite a lavish lifestyle to a lifestyle that involves budgeting.
In 2023, she and her 5 children were photographed staying in an RV in a campground. The following year, she and her kids moved into a 5-bedroom, $12,000 per month rental. Clearly, Spelling's financial situation has been in flux. However, her mother, Candy Spelling, once told TMZ that she'd been paying her daughter's bills. Spelling even admitted in an episode of her podcast, "I had a business manager since I was 18 years old, so I never handled any of my money." Australian actor Adelaide Kane starred in 4 seasons of historical TV drama Reign before going on to play Dr. Jules Millen in Grey's Anatomy in 2022. Back in 2020, however, she shattered any assumptions about her perceived wealth when she laid out her financial situation in a candid TikTok post, in which she addressed online reports of her net worth. She said in the since-deleted video, "So I found out today the internet thinks I'm worth $4 million. My crippling debt says otherwise. Where?" As Kane explained, she made $20,000 per episode for Reign, and estimated that she'd earned a total of $5 million since she began working at age 16. However, after taxes and fees for her agent, lawyer, and managers, her earnings amounted to an average of about $178,000 annually. And when factoring in the costs of a publicist, red carpet appearances, and stylists, it can easily tack on thousands of dollars to her monthly expenses. Drea De Mateo is best known as Adriana La Cerva on The Sopranos. After a stint as a series regular on the Jennifer Lopez-starring cop show Shades of Blue, her career slumped after the pandemic, which she believed was due to her stance opposing COVID-19 vaccine mandates. In 2023, De Mateo revealed her money struggles had driven her to sell images of herself on OnlyFans. She told Fox News, "I know some people have said some nasty things about me having joined OnlyFans, but you know, the way we see it in this house is mommy's a warrior, not accepting defeat." In a 2024 interview with the Daily Mail, De Mateo offered more details, revealing that her financial situation had grown so dire that she had just $10 in her bank account, while poised to lose her home to foreclosure. With nothing left to lose, supporting 2 children and her dementia-stricken mother, OnlyFans felt like her only option. Success on the Spacey site was immediate. According to De Mateo, within 5 minutes of sharing skin-bearing photos, she generated enough income to save her house from foreclosure.
Immediately, I was like, oh my God, we're going to be okay.
As her subscriber base grew, she was also able to fund a new line of streetwear. She told the Daily Mail, "OnlyFans saved my life, 100%. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it really did save us." Any devotees of the Disney Channel during the 2000s will be familiar with Christy Carlson Romano, star of the hit sitcom Even Stevens and the voice of animated hero Kim Possible. However, as she explained in a candid YouTube video, all that success at a young age did not translate into a hefty nest egg once she grew up.
I really regret not investing my money wisely. I didn't get a house. I didn't take any money and store it away.
At 18, she went to college, but quit after a year and a half.
I was never told how much money I was making. Money didn't have a purpose for me. I didn't really know what it was.
As residual checks grew smaller and she burned through her savings, she soon came to the shocking realization that she was broke. She wound up taking roles in projects she would have otherwise avoided just so she could pay her rent and maintain her SAG-AFTRA health insurance. She ultimately rebounded, finding success in podcasting by opening up about her real-life struggles as a former child star. She told Texas Monthly, "I don't know what my possibilities are, but I know it's rooted in authenticness. Be authentic, but monetizing."